SWX Tonight, the suddenly hot Spokane Indians try to win a third in a row against the Dust Devils. Could they derail Tri-City's playoff hopes? And is the Seahawks Pro Bowl running back in danger of missing playing time this upcoming season? We'll have the latest on Marshawn Lynch and his tumultuous offseason. Plus, former Zags, Cougs, and Huskies are fighting for roster spots in the NBA. We've got all your Summer League highlights. We're not kidding around on SWX Tonight. Their first half playoff hopes are long gone. Now the Spokane Indians find themselves playing the role of spoiler. Welcome to SWX Tonight. I'm Sam Adams. Spokane trying to eliminate Tri-City from playoff contention, flexing their collective muscle tonight and going for a third win in a row after a 10-game losing skid. Indians down 2-1 in the second. Saquon Johnson with a drive deep to center. Kyle Von Tunglen can't run it down. Cam Schiller comes in to score. Johnson in at third with the RBI triple. We're tied up at 2. 3 batters later, the hot-hitting Royce Bollinger, a hot shot past first, scoring Chris Correa, capping off a 3-run second. It's 4-2 Spokane. Meanwhile, Jose Valdespina showing no love for his fellow countryman from the Dominican, striking out Miguel De Leon. 1 of 3 Ks on the night for him. Now the third, Johnson back at the plate. I am crashing your pitch. 2-run home run, is second as an Indian. And Spokane hangs on to win this one 7-5. The Bears, meanwhile, on the road against the Hawks in Boise. Top of 1. Don't see this every day. Danny Poma, the pride of Hofstra, scoring on the drop third strike. It's 1-0 Yakima. Later in the first, Sean Cooper with a drive to left. Kevin Medrano getting the green light. He will come in to score. Bears out to the 2-0 lead. Boise, though, would get an answer. Oscar Amaya with a launch to left. His 4th home run this season, but the Bears do go on to win 8-4. They have a 6-game lead on Tri with 6 games left in the first half. Well, the Mariners wasting little time getting into the swing of things in Kansas City. In their last 2 games, they've scored a total of 13 runs in the first 2 innings alone. Looking for another quick start today against the Royals in KC. And doing just that, thanks to this solo home run by Kyle Seager. This coming in the second. Seattle on the board, 1-0. Down 3-1 in the fourth. Casper Wells, the friendly Mariner, blasting a 2-run home run, tying the game at 3 apiece. Back and forth affair. Seattle falling behind 7-3, now within 1. Seager with the RBI double. That'll score Jesus Montero. And we are tied back up at 7. Now in the 8th, Dustin Ackley with a chopper. Brendan Ryan trying to score. The former LCSC Warrior missing home plate on the slide. We're still tied up at 7. In the bottom of the 9th, Billy Butler at the plate. A walk-off, game-winning home run. The Royals outslugging the Mariners tonight, 8-7. Jason Bay and the Mets taking on the Nationals. Former Zag playing in just his 2nd game since coming off the DL. He tags the Ryan Clippard offering for a solo home run here in the 9th to make it a 1-run game. Bay finishing the night 2 for 4. The Mets lose 4-3. Well, football might be the last thing on Andy Olson's mind right now. The Spokane Shock head coach was absent from today's practice, so he could be at home with his family in the Seattle area after his brother-in-law was shot and killed over the weekend. Olson will return to Spokane tomorrow for the remainder of the week to coach the Shock. But right now, of course, the team is supporting their head coach.
He definitely needed to be there for his wife and her family. We've got a fairly veteran coaching staff with somebody like Coach Cruisenberry, and he ran practice today and did a great job. Andy will be back tonight, so he'll be ready to go tomorrow morning, and we'll keep on moving.
It's a tough situation, so for that to be so close to home for him, we just had to let him know that we got his back, we supporting him, and do whatever you need to do, and we'll take care of the things here, and when we get back together, we'll make it all happen on Saturday.
And Saturday, the Shock will play host to Tampa Bay in their season finale. That is at 7 p.m. Of course, you can watch that game live right here on your home of the Spokane Shock, SWX. And be sure to join us tomorrow on SWX Tonight. Shock CEO and majority owner Brady Nelson sits down to talk about the first non-playoff season in franchise history and what lies ahead for his team. That is tomorrow at 10:30 on SWX Tonight. Well, the Seahawks haven't even opened training camp, and already trouble is brewing in Seattle. Running back Marshawn Lynch has been charged with driving under the influence. He has a court date set for August 14th in Northern California. That happens to fall right in the middle of Seahawks training camp. Lynch was pulled over and arrested early Saturday morning in Oakland after he was seen weaving from lane to lane. He nearly caused 2 accidents. Lynch had just signed a 4-year, $31 million contract with Seattle back in March, despite past run-ins with the law that included a misdemeanor gun charge in 2009 with the Bills and a hit and run involving a pedestrian in 2008. Better news now. Washington State senior Jeff Toole has been named to the watch list for the Davey O'Brien Award. That award given to the nation's top QB, also factoring in other things like teamwork, sportsmanship, and academics. Toole's junior season, of course, cut short by injuries last year, but he is expected to have a big year under new head coach Mike Leach this upcoming season. Well, the quote-unquote off-season continues for Klay Thompson. Former Cougar helped prep Team USA for the Olympics as a member of the select team for the U.S. Klay got the night off today in the NBA Summer League. He is averaging 20 points in 2 games for the Golden State Warriors. Meanwhile, the Kings taking on the Raptors tonight. Another big night for that man. Former Husky Terrence Ross, first quarter, knocking down the jumper. Raptors leading 12-7. Very next possession, Ross strikes again, this time from distance. The 3 pushing that lead to 8. Later in the first, it's the Zag Killer, Jimmer Fredette. 3 of his team high 19. It's a 4-point ball game, but Ross living up to that lottery pick this year. 21 points leading all scores. Toronto wins 96-89. Former Zag Stephen Gray and the Washington Wizards wrapped up their summer league play today. Gray coming off the bench, he scored 6 points against Milwaukee. He played in 3 of the Wizards' 5 summer league games where he averaged 6.7 points per game. Other summer league scores, Adam Morrison, a team high, 23 points for the LA Clippers in a non-televised game. 84-80 the final over San Antonio. Former Meade Panther and Gonzaga Bulldog also played for the Nets Summer League team in Orlando last week. Well, the countdown to the Olympics continues with the U.S. men's basketball team preparing for its first game in 11 short days. Today, the Americans held their first practice in England in preparation of tomorrow's exhibition game against Great Britain. Team USA, once again, the heavy favorite to win gold, but the players aren't letting that pressure get to them.
It's going to be tougher coming around this time around, but as far as pressure, we try not to play with pressure. We try to go out there and just play basketball, focus in on that and not really focus in on the pressure, that's outside the basketball court.
That's my goal. That's why I'm part of this team, to help this team win gold, and look forward to it.
With their NBA teams, a lot of expectations night in, night out. Guys are expected to win for their NBA team. So it isn't too much different, so we just go out there and perform.
Team USA will take on Great Britain. Third exhibition game for them after easy wins against Brazil and the Dominican Republic. Tip-off tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. Gino Auriemma and the U.S. women taking on Great Britain in exhibition play today. First quarter, the Brits coming to play. Joe Leadham with the drive for 2 of her 21, out to a 21-10 lead on the U.S. Still in the first, coming back with a vengeance. That's Maya Moore, 18 on the night. We are tied up at 21. Late first now. Tina Charles giving the Americans the 4-point lead, part of a 21-0 United States run. 7-point game in the third. Diana Taurasi for 3. The lead at double figures, 54-44. And then Lindsay Whalen, a nice reverse lay-in. USA winning 88-63. Eastern Washington's Julie Page, by the way, had 6 points, 8 rebounds for Great Britain. Moving forward here on SWX Tonight, a little friendly fire tonight between Seattle and Chelsea. Highlights from the pitch are coming up. And the Seahawks, known for the 12th man, now the team is connecting with the fans during the offseason. Find out how when we come back. All right, if at first you don't succeed, try again. The last time the Seattle Sounders hosted an international friendly, they were pasted 7-0 by Manchester United. Tonight, Sounders FC got back on the horse, playing host to Chelsea in another friendly at the Clink. 14th minute, Chelsea up 2-0. Freddie Montero the steal and putting Seattle on the board, down 2-1. 32nd minute, Montero again off the pass from Mauro Rosales. That ties it up at 2. But in the 44th minute, Chelsea up 3-2. Romelu Lukaku adds some insurance. Sounders lose in Roger Levesque's last game with Seattle, 4-2 the final. Just down the road in Portland, Timbers hosting Chivas USA. 16th minute, Troy Perkins getting a hand on the Ryan Smith shot, but Miller Bolanos, they're on cleanup. Match's only goal enough as Chivas USA puts away Portland 1-0. Seattle Seahawks traveling across the state of Washington this summer as part of its 12th Man Tour. Their latest stop taking them to the Southridge Sports Complex, where nearly 200 kids came out for a junior football camp. The Seahawks' Richard Sherman and Cam Chancellor put the kids through the drills for lessons not just about football, but also about life.
Seeing the joys on the kids' faces, it's an honor, on our behalf. We're having a great time, but to see their faces light up when we're out here throwing them balls and doing things that are regular for us.
Well, the Seahawks will end that 12th Man Tour in Spokane. That's this Saturday at the Spokane Shock Game. Get more information about that. All you have to do is click on the story. It is online at swxrightnow.com. NFL training camp just around the corner. The Redskins no longer have to worry about an RG3 holdout. Number 2 overall pick Robert Griffin III agreeing to a 4-year rookie deal that will pay him a reported $21 million. The Heisman Trophy winner taking to Twitter saying, well, people, it's time to go to work. It certainly is. Head coach Mike Shanahan already naming the Redskins starting quarterback. He'll have to guide a team that finished last in the NFC West 4 years in a row. Well, it's the eve of the season's 3rd major in golf. British Open begins in the wee hours of the morning tomorrow, and all eyes will be on who can conquer Royal Lytham in St. Anne's.
We're looking forward to getting out there on Thursday. Golf course it's soft for a links course, but certainly by no means soft. But we're making ball marks out there, which is unusual.
Off the tee has a greater importance in most weeks, and so there'll be a number of holes I'll be a little bit more conservative off the tee in an effort to ensure getting the ball in play.
The last few weeks I've been working hard on the game. It was a disappointing US Open. I didn't perform very well there. Did a lot of work after that and feeling a lot more comfortable about where my swing is.
As it just mirrored as Luke Donald look a little small on the podium. Moving forward here on SWX Tonight, Leslie Lowe will have your weather forecast for Thursday's Dust Devils game. And our resident fitness expert has some fit tips for doing push-ups. That's coming up.